in case you confused it with a random water tower in an actual Dallas-Fort Worth suburb.
Yep.
Yep.
Nuh-uh.
I know what's wrong with it.
Diagnosing engine problems by drinking beer instead of performing tests. And to be clear, I'm not sending the process. I'm sending the fact that it's witchcraft and it works.
I'll tell you what you do. You just take them dang old spark plugs out in that little hole. You just put a little oil around there, just like Bobby intercepts. It's like it'd go boom, boom, just like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the indecipherable, imperturbable, and irreplaceable Boomhauer.
Detroit hadn't felt any real pride since George Bush went to Japan and vomited on their auto executives.
Pride goeth before eructation, and a haughty spirit before a hurl.
Them dang old New York boys. Just a show about nothing.
In therapy, I believe this is referred to as projection. The iconic opening to King of the Hill is iconic and brings all the nostalgia for animated sitcoms of the 90s.
Mother of God, it's all toilet sounds.
I bought it at the mall. It's the funny phone jerks.
You see, kids, back in the 1990s, phones didn't tell you who was calling, and a favorite pastime was to telephone unsuspecting individuals and subject them to fart noises and questions about refrigerators. The sin here should be self-explanatory.
Nah, don't you worry, son. You just do your best.
Don't listen to her, Bobby. If you want to win, you're gonna have to do better than your best.
There are two kinds of parents, coaches, or sexual partners. Cliché.
You gotta give 110%.
But what if the Wildcats give 110% too?
Bobby would go the extra mile at TVSins.
Swing, Bobby, swing!
Encouraging a swing when your son is choked up so far on that bat that he's going to end up punching the ball.
Bobby, you can't make an omelet without breaking eggs, and you can't get on base without taking a swing.
The pitcher could walk me, couldn't he?
Or you could get hit by the pitch. Only losers go half pedantic, Bobby.
Don't play lawyer ball, son.
Billy Bean has entered the chat with charts, graphs, and a better title for the biographical sports drama based on the Oakland Athletics 2002 season. Hank is wearing a cap way too close to being the same color as the opposing team.
Look at the batter, boy! Watch the ball!
I'd give all the sins back if Bobby went cross-eyed from these instructions.
Keep your eye on the ball!
Can't hear you, Dad.
For someone who couldn't hear the instructions, you certainly took them literally.
Don't worry, Bobby. You played a good game.
Being more worried about the goodness of the game than you are about your son's possible traumatic brain injury.
Where's the hardware department?
Retailers do annoyingly change their layouts way too often, but the degree to which all the items to Hank's left are suddenly transformed suggests some major updates have been made to the Matrix and that agents are on the way. And now all the light bulbs are on the other side of the aisle. Hank doesn't realize that if he waits a few minutes, the simulation will bring the hardware section to him.
You say he hit his son with a bat? No, that is definitely not acceptable.
Drawing conclusions without confirming whether it was fruit, hog-nosed, or Louisville slugger.
How is cutting down on pollution a government plot, Dale?
Open up your eyes, man. They're trying to control global warming.
He's not wrong. Our inability to control the emissions of greenhouse gases is the problem. The sin is agreements that cosplay as arguments.
You have been watching way too much TV, son.
Peggy in physics not acknowledging the amount of damage a baseball bouncing this hard off a wall should be doing right now. The Cowboys.
Oh!
This happens, and then in the next scene, Bobby's just doing the same thing in another room and clearly doing damage to the wall. The likelihood of a child in the 90s surviving this is much lower than this episode would have us believe.
Hello, I'm a social worker with the state. Would you mind if I talk to you for a minute?
Well, sure, come on in.
Completely ignoring the very real possibility of social worker vampires.
Dale, what are you doing? Give me some light. Now I can't see. Ah, my arm! Ah, my head! Ow!
Episode fabricates an anecdote intending to give legitimacy to every father ever who has asked someone to hold a flashlight. Nice try, but I do not believe you, episode. But also, Dale and Hank's friendship survives this reckless flashlighting and abandonment. In this shot, the front door is opened inward to the right, but originally it opened inward to the left. Click the link in the description for more things you'll never believe happened in a scene with Peggy Hill.
No more bouncing that ball!
The hyperbolic social worker is surprisingly calm for someone who just dodged a ball thrown at his head.
Mrs. Hill, how did you get this here on your forehead?
A better question would be, why does the bump on Peggy's head do more disappearing and reappearing than David Copperfield getting fried shrimp at a Golden Corral?
I'm gonna help get him this alternator off.
Dale's car knowledge, nor the engineers at Ford who made cutting this cable a step in the replacement of an alternator.
Dale, I think you released the brake cable.
A cartoonist car knowledge, or the engineers at Ford who ran a parking brake cable through the middle of the engine compartment.
I got some edging to do.
Title of my sex tape?
He asked you how many kids we have. He didn't ask you about my glands.
I agree, Hank. It's rude not to ask. The button layout on this knockoff Game Boy. Throwing rocks into a car's tailpipe and all the other games we lost when internet porn took off.
When I get my hands on you, you little pea-brain, I'll bust your butt into little pieces.
Oh, I knew it.
The social worker is walking by at just the right moment to be fooled by a 12-year-old's impression of Hank. And yeah, it's convenient that he's this lucky and this dumb. Hank's watch says that it's 3, but the clock on the stove says that it's 10:10. It seems that before everything got connected by the internet, animators would just draw whatever times they wanted.
You'll, style a new wig better than before. I'll let you use my tools.
Episode doesn't use this opportunity to have Hank accidentally style a wig with head shears, thereby forcing the 2011 episode of The Simpsons with the same premise to admit that King of the Hill already did it.
Don't you want to live in a house with a pool?
No.
Lying kids.
See, Twig Boy?
That's arborist.
We're calling off our investigation of your father.
There are so many reasons why it's a dumb idea to relay this message to Hank through Bobby. The first and foremost is that my 3rd grade teacher showed the same hubris in giving me a note that would spend the rest of the year unopened and crumpled at the bottom of my backpack. This magic pan of endless bacon grease.
Don't you see I'm working here? Close the dang door.
This episode will eventually try to make me believe this has something to do with love.
I can make him love me even when I screw up.
I do not believe you, episode.
Please, respect my fence's right to be a fence.
That's offensive. Ah, you get it? Yeah. Yeah, of course you get it. Also, Bobby has been established as anything but a power hitter. Hank should be mad at himself for building such a shitty fence.
Break. There's sound effects. Like that guy in Police Academy. That's what I'm going to do when I grow up, I decided.
I see you've also decided not to learn the name of Michael Winslow, the actor who brought to life the unforgettable Larvell Jones. Seriously doubting Bobby's commitment to sound effects. Close the dang door, Hank.
You can't return it. Howard wiped his bottom with the warranty.
Yep.
I'll tell you what you do. You just take them dang old spark plugs out in that little hole. You just put a little oil around there, just like Bobby mishaps. It's like it'd go boom, boom, just like that.
Well, it was so simple.
You gotta give 110%.
That's impossible. No one can give more than 100%.
The pitcher could walk me, couldn't he?
He could have killed you. He didn't.
Hello?
I was calling because I had some questions about caulk for my bathroom.
But oh, it's hard.
That looks really uncomfortable.
You know how I was raised? What my father's like?
Look at the size of that boy's head.